today we have with us the lovely, beautiful and talented Shriya Saran.
Thank you.
Hello and welcome to ETimes.
Thank you.
So Drishyam is everywhere.
आप अपना दे रहे थे नरेशन या मेरा दे रहे थे?
No,
Description.
no. Of course yours.
अपना दे रहे थे यार.
No, not mine.
आज आप बहुत सुंदर लगे कुर्ता पजामा पहन के.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so Drishyam franchise is everywhere. Like it has cast a spell once again.
Yeah.
That mystery of 2 October, 4 October, 3 October. It has taken a new turn.
Correct.
But people are liking it.
Correct.
So, did you expected this success of Drishyam 2?
देखो, when you work hard, you want your film to do really well. There was a good vibe on the film set. Everyone loved being on the set. Everyone enjoyed it. The character is very, very intense. It has many layers. It's a very complicated character to play. But I enjoyed it and I loved it. And I feel like all our love for the film and all of us really enjoying the cinema shown on the big screen, and people are loving it. I hope people love it more, and I hope people keep watching it.
It was Bhool Bhulaiya 2 that people loved, and now it's Drishyam 2 that people are loving. Yes, yes. So, what do you feel when there is a transition happening in Indian cinema, where more content is available on OTT, but despite that, people are coming to Drishyam 2? So
I think it's a movie that has a great treatment, and I feel like I loved being Nandini on it. I loved being on the set, and I love what Abhishek has done with the film, the treatment that he's given. And Amil has written it beautifully, both of them. So I feel the credit goes to them. And as actors, you feel really blessed that people are loving your performance and loving the film. And I'm very grateful for that.
Now that you have spoken about the director, how does it feel to be back on the set for Drishyam 2 with same old cast, so same old people, with the same mystery, but a new director? Did you miss Nishikant somewhere?
Yeah, हम जब पहले दिन जो हम scene कर रहे थे, we all are sitting across the table. It was a breakfast scene, and suddenly I was saying Nishi sir, and I realized Nishi sir तो है ही नहीं. So it was a very, it was a tough one, क्योंकि अभी it was so beautifully directed. The first part was, and the characters जो हमें देखी गए वो Nandini or Vijay Salgarkar, Anu, Anju, Gaitonde, all of them. They're like you kind of remember them. You love those characters. Meera. So it's like I felt like where is he? But I feel like कहीं भी है, जहाँ पे भी है, he's blessing us. He's giving us all his good vibes. And Abhishek, I was so lucky to have him because he's really beautifully filled his shoes. He's done such a great job. He absolutely knows what he wants. He's a great, great, great director to work with. Very patient, very calm, and it was just lovely to work with him.
How was working with Ajay sir and Tabu ma'am and the rest of the cast?
Ajay sir is a very intense actor. He's an amazing actor to work with. He gives so much to his co-actor to react to. His voice is so beautiful. It kind of, you hear his voice and you know it's Vijay Salgarkar. He speaks with his eyes, and they're very, very intense. And just the way he does his dialogue delivery and the way he carries the character, you know, you see him on set, you know it's him, you know that's the character. There's a lot of, he's very collected, he's very calm with what he's doing. He's just amazing, amazing actor to work with. And it's always a pleasure to work with him.
The new addition was Akshay Khanna. How was working with him?
I've worked with him before. Akshay Khanna sir has a very different way of, you know, approaching the character. He really gets in the skin of it, and the way he does it, it's very beautiful. And the scene where he comes to the house and we're very scared, I think it's just very well written. And that fear that everything is over for Nandini, it was very intense. It was a very intense scene to do, and I really enjoyed it because I think that's one scene where all her emotions come out. Like, you know, she's kind of going through suffocation where she's not able to say anything to anyone, that fear as to when is it, what will happen, is it all over? She doesn't know, she'll never know. And I think that scene is very beautifully written. I really enjoyed doing that scene.
Your pairing, your pairing with Ajay Devgn, like people liked it. So was that the reason? Maybe I don't know. Was that the reason why you were casted opposite him in RRR?
I wouldn't know because जब Rajmouli sir called me for the film, he said we're doing this film, and that's it. And I knew that Ajay sir was going to be part of the film, but what exactly we were doing, I had no idea. I went for the shoot. They narrated me the whole thing, the part that I was playing. I love Rajmouli sir's films. I love his work. And I've said it before and I'll say it again that I'll do any role. I mean, I'll do a small, big role. It wouldn't really matter. It's just the impact that he gives, and you know, it's just the way he shoots. It's so beautiful. And I'm so happy that I did it.
Okay, this was your first film after being a mom. So how was it? How difficult it was or easy to come on the set for work and leaving behind your baby?
It's very hard. That guilt is always very prevalent in all mothers when they go for work. I didn't know about it, but I remember I was doing a scene and they called me and they said, Didi, aaj Radha ne mama bola. And I wasn't there home for that. And I ran home. I was just one off. Because when they start talking, no, they'll just say one word, but they won't repeat it then. Because it's just like, they're just learning sounds.
Yeah.
And she didn't say, and I'm sitting with her and she's looking at me and she was just holding and like walking then. And I'm like, okay, so I missed it. And I remember the next day when I was leaving for work, I told myself that I'll make it worth it. That I'll work hard today, and one day when Radha watches my work, my films, she'll be proud of me, she'll love my work. I'll give my best today. Because if I'm not at home, if I'm missing a beautiful moment, that when I go to work, I want to give my best. And I feel like that's what I did. When I was on set, I was at it, I was trying to do my best. And I feel like because I was leaving her behind, it gave me the strength to work harder. Because, yeah, that's what it is. And she gives me the strength to be better at what I'm doing.
How did you juggle, like the promotions and the shootings and all? How you juggle?
It's really hard. Like I try to spend as much time as I can with Radha. When I'm home, I'm with her. My parents really help me. My mom and dad, they really make sure that she's fine. I have a lovely Didi who loves Radha. I'm very, very blessed. And Andre is very supportive and very helpful. So we try to be around Radha, and yeah. She's a very special kid. She's so beautiful. She's so loving, and she's very kind. And she's very naughty.
Super. People know you like a very simple, beautiful lady who wears a sari.
Yeah.
Like how people have seen you in Drishyam. But
Correct.
how is Shriya in real life?
I'm so not Nandini. I'm the first person I get out of the house. I'll wear shorts and t-shirt and I'm out. I love wearing saris because my mother was a chemistry teacher and she would wear a sari to school every day. So literally, like, so many kids had a crush on her because she's very, very beautiful. Yeah, it was literally like Behuna happening in real life in school. So I've learned how to wear a sari and look graceful wearing a sari from her. But in my heart, I'm happy wearing a dress or shorts.
Okay, best compliment you have received from your husband?
Well, when he saw Drishyam 2, he said he was proud of me.
Okay, one rumor that you have heard about and you felt very annoyed.
I don't know, they don't really do that.
Rumors?
No, I don't know. I mean, media is very kind to me. They don't really write that much shit about me. Like, a little bit when they write, it's just funny. But I feel like they're very kind somehow. I'm very blessed like that.
Okay, what do you have to say on trolls? Do you discuss trolls with your husband, like ye hua aaj something, so someone is saying something
Well,
on
if there's
social
something
media
funny,
about
then
us?
he'll read, and sometimes it's funny, and he would laugh, and we found it really funny, and we used to sit and discuss this over a cup of coffee. But then something bad was written, like they said, "Oh, Gore se kyo shaadi ki," or something like that, and he got really offended. He said, "I'm a human being first," and I said, "Listen, now, you were laughing at the funny trolls, and you'll have to just let it go." And so as a as a ritual, we both don't read anything that's written about us. So we don't Google ourselves. He doesn't Google me. I don't Google myself. We don't go read the comments unless they're by friends or we know their family or they've, you know. But otherwise, we don't read. We don't care. Yeah.
So you are a trained dancer.
I am a
Yeah.
Kathak dancer.
Yeah, but audience have somewhere not seen you.
Yeah, that's my dream
Yeah.
to dance on big screen. It's really my dream. I really want to dance.
Okay, what kind of role you want to play then?
I love Kathak. I've always been a Kathak dancer. Ever since I could walk, I've been dancing. My first teacher was my mum. Then I learned from Guru Shobna Narayan, and now currently I learn from Nutan Padwarjanji. She's from Bombay. She's one of the best dance teachers I've ever worked with, and I love her. And I really want to dance on big screen.
So hope producers are listening.
Yeah.
What's a day in Shriya Saran's life like?
I get up early because Radha wakes up early. She's my alarm clock, and then we go for a walk, and then we come back, have breakfast. If I have to go for a shoot, I go for my shoot, and Radha says bye bye. Really, like she does that, and then I'm off to work, come back. If I'm not going for work, then I practice Kathak, then I do yoga. Sometimes I go for walks or run in the evening, and I play with Radha. Sometimes I travel her, most of the time she travels me. And then I dance with her, and I pick her and in the air and lift her, and that's it.
Okay, what does fitness mean to you?
I feel like for the longest time, fitness meant being like looking like other people. I wanted to look hot, which I still want to. But now I feel I am more confident and I want to look the best the way I am. I love yoga, I love dance, it keeps me happy, and that's what I do.
Thank you.
Thank you.